Yo, it's Big E Astrology, the Gemini New Moon. I'm spitting it for thee. Episode 140, getting naughty. Don't you understand? I'm here, so just applaud me. The introduction is knowledge is love. Astrology podcast, soaring like a dove, or maybe an eagle. Your dog is a beagle. Don't you understand? I can spray like Beanie Siegel, but none of that, cause I'm bringing the peace. Don't you understand? I'm gorillas from the east, the beast on the MIC, giving you elevated poetry. Astrology from E, I'm flowing naturally. And this chart you see is the Capricorn ascendant B. That means the sun and moon, you know, at 26 degrees, it's the way for it to go. New beginners, new intentions. So what should I mention? It's in the sixth house, work and service. Woo! And it's never ever Earth Purvis. Ellison, the Louisville C, won a championship in 86B. But enough of that. It's time, you know, for me to just kick the Knowledge is Love show. Woo! What's going on, good people? It's your boy, Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology. Knowledge is Love. Sorry I'm a minute or two late. Had a little technical issue that I had to take care of. But it's great to see you. It's episode 140, Knowledge is Love. We got the chat open. We got Mr. Gemini Sun Moon himself here with us tonight. Maybe he'll give us some insight on that energy. On Knowledge is Love, episode 140, talking about the Gemini New Moon. The truth. Hi. That's all you got?
Yeah.
All right. So, hope everyone's doing well. We will break down the energy and talk about this Gemini New Moon coming up. Now, it's kind of mixed in the sense of not mixed like it's a bad or good energy, mixed in the sense that the Gemini New Moon is at 12:36 a.m. Eastern on June 18th and 9:36 p.m. for us West Side West Coasters on June 17th. But basically, it's a Father's Day New Moon. So there are no accidents, right? Because my firstborn, the truth, is the Gemini. And it's on Father's Day. There are no accidents, right? So, should be kind of exciting, should be fun. Don't forget your fathers out there, and fathers, be a father to your child. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. For those who know, Edo G and the Bulldogs. Y'all might not know about that. You know, how you do it in the chat. You know, you always got to drop some hip hop on you, some flavor and some history. They're from Boston, Edo G and the Bulldogs. Park the car in the Harvard Yard. All right. So right now in the astro weather, hope you enjoyed a Pisces moon weekend. It was a lot of fun. Family, we went to a friend's birthday party for one of the kids. It was awesome. A good time, good friends, good conversations, good Gemini communications in Gemini season. Gemini's about your what? Friends. Hanging out in your local community. You get it? You got it? Good. So in the chat, you can let me know where Gemini is in your house. Right now, as we speak, the moon is in Aries, right? So you have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday morning, the Aries moon, if you guys want to track the moon. And I have a new moon tracking service, okay? It's $130 where we track the moon through your natal birth chart, and I explain the moon through all 12 houses and how the energy will play out in each house, each sign, right, for that 27-day cycle. Okay, because it's like 13 1/3 degrees each day to make up the 360. And the moon switches signs and houses every 2.5 days. And so in this service, the moon tracking, we will look at your emotions, your body, your health, your internal mind, and your family, right? So it's a live 65-minute moon tracking live chart reading over Zoom right, for $130. And what's really cool about it is that you'll get videos of the moon and all the signs, and then all of the house placements. Okay, so you'll watch those, and then you can refer back to the video that I showed you how the moon will behave in your chart, and then you can then understand how the moon. This is really great for women, but it's great for everybody. So because you're learning your internal mind, how you emotionally respond and react, you're understanding your body, your health, your family. You can even relate it back to your mother. But the moon is also your family, the family you create, whether you're a man or a woman. So I'm really proud of this service. It's brand new. I haven't even made the graphic for it yet, but I wanted to get it out to you guys. And I'll be sending out my Coffee Talk email, because Coffee Talk's next Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours, only $20. We will be, I'm just getting all the stuff out of the way before I get into the Gemini stuff, because we will be talking about Pluto retrograde, which was early this morning around 2 a.m. Pacific. Pluto went back into Capricorn at 29 degrees. And you'll see, I think we still got the technology working. We're going to bring up the chart to show you the Gemini New Moon in a little bit. But it's really, really going to be a fascinating energy. It's all about communication and new ideas, baby. Okay. So right now, Scorpio rising, which is me, Danny, and Matt Gaiman, if they're on yet, right? And a couple other people, I think Moon Goddess, and some of the regulars got Scorpio risings. And the moon is in Aries in the 6th house of what? Work, service, health, hygiene, daily routine. So right now, the Aries moon, I am initiating astrological knowledge and communication, part of my work and service to the collective over the tube that is you. You know how I do. What I chew, bless you. I chew, the sneeze, the breeze, knees. So, Gemini New Moon, 26 degrees. We're at a really fascinating time, because what I want you guys to understand is this air energy and this Pluto retrograde. And then we're going to have Neptune and Saturn retrograde and Uranus retrograde, the 3 outer planets. There's going to be a level of introspection and contemplation in Capricorn, Taurus, and Pisces. 2 earth and a water. Saturn and Neptune and Pisces, Capricorn and Pluto, until when? January 20th, it's in Capricorn. The retrograde, I think, is until October or November. But it will be in Capricorn and then go direct after it hits 27 degrees and go back to Aquarius on January 21st, 2024. And it'll make one final cleanup, because Pluto and Capricorn, which I'll be talking about in Coffee Talk, it is cleaning up and transforming and transmuting. So make sure you guys look at all your cardinal houses: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, 29 degrees, the critical anaretic degree, because you are going to feel some of these effects in terms of what is Capricorn: the systems, the structures, the government, the authority, the foundations of our world, not just America. But it affects America greatly because it's going to be close to America's return. Yeah. So this chart is a Capricorn rising. The Gemini sun and moon are in the 6th house. Well, the 6th house is a malefic house. It does get better over time. But what happens when you have the sun in the 6th house, right? The sun will burn any house that it's in, right? And for this alignment, you have the sun and the moon in Gemini squaring Neptune and Pisces at 27 degrees. You're going to have Mercury in a square to Saturn. Mercury in Gemini, where it is now, it entered today. We had the Moon, Neptune conjunction last night while you were sleeping. How were your dreams last night? Any interesting dreams you want to share with me? Go ahead, write it in the chat. Uranus was in a trine to Capricorn early in the morning. Not exact, but it's getting close. But back to the Gemini moon. Mercury squaring Saturn, right? The structures and systems, the discipline restrictions versus your words, thoughts, communications. This sun and moon in Gemini is really about being of service to humanity. And there could be, because you look at and we'll get to the chart, but you'll look at the ruler of the sun. Well, Gemini rules Mercury. The ruler of the sun will be in the 8th house in Leo. So there can be a lot of sudden events from the Pluto Capricorn ascendant, 29 degrees. It's a fascinating chart. And we've got a Mars-Venus conjunction and a Mars true black moon love conjunction in Leo in the 8th house. This could be a sudden change to other people's money. The Leo in conjunction to the Capricorn are both on that axis of power, authority, government. Trying to control potentially your ideas, thoughts, communications, and your work, service, health, hygiene, daily routine. Gemini moon dealing with the health in the 6th house, that is your body, your lungs, your hands, your ears, your wrists, your shoulders. Be mindful. What new intentions, what new things are you trying to build, to blast off? It also could be a sudden influx of money. From the government, from your work, from your service. This is really about what you're doing with your hands. Your sun, moon, and Mercury in the 6th house of Gemini. It is really about the kind of like what we had a few years ago, the North Node in Gemini, which started the podcast boom. Okay. So this is really communicating with people over social media in your local community, going to your farmer's market and getting healthy foods, the exchange of knowledge and information. Yeah. Well, let's go to the chat before we get to the chart. Truth, what's popping off? Make sure you have your stuff, y'all.
Lisa Brady MBA said, Lisa said, hey Biggie, happy early Father's Day.
Thank you. It's nice to have the Gemini New Moon on Father's Day.
And then hoping this new moon helps with creative projects. And then Constant said, we love your work. And then Lisa
Thank you, Constance. Nice to meet you. I don't know if you've been here before. I'm Eric Taylor. I appreciate you.
Then Lisa said, oh, I'll take money. And then Lisa said, IRS holding my refund, LOL. Let them release under this moon.
Well, yes, that's exactly what could happen. It does speak to with the sun and moon, exactly. And then Venus, Mars in the 8th house of IRS. Yes, it very much can. It very well could play out that way. And if people have overpaid taxes, getting a nice little check out of nowhere. Yeah. But this also is an energy, because this is a hot girl summer, right? With the Venus and Leo to October with Mars. It's and in Mars conjunct the true black moon Lilith. This is a very social, flirty, fun new moon energy. Right? Maybe some single dads will get lucky out there. Or maybe some married dads will get lucky at home. But it is really, this is an energy where we have got to, and maybe I'll save it for when we get to the chart, but we've got to make choices and decisions. Are we willing to walk into things that are new Or are we going to say stagnant and comfortable in the energy that we know? We're still dealing with the purging of the Scorpio South Node. And in this chart, that's an 11th house. So there may be some tough conversations you have to have with your older siblings or your friends or the groups that you're a part of that you may still need to purge and detox, right? The Taurus North Node in the 5th house. And that Leo, Mars, True Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo in 8th house, which really speaks to probing and investigating what? Truth, secrets, occult knowledge, the metaphysics, secret societies. This is kind of magical. Remember, Mercury is what used to be an indicator for, it's the messenger. Mercury can go to Hades, 8th house, Pluto, and then go to the sun. Mercury is only ever 28 degrees away from the sun, but it's the only, it's not on the team sun, which is Sun, Mars, Jupiter, or team moon, which is Moon, Venus, Saturn. Mercury can go back and forth, back and forth. Right? Those are the 7 planets, and sun and moon are planets in astrology, even though we know they're luminaries in astrology that you can see with the naked eye. My eye is naked. We are getting ready to enter such a cycle where things are time is going to speed up like nobody's business. 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius, 2025, Uranus entering Gemini till 2032. You won't even be able to like breathe. And then you'll be like, whoa, wait a minute. It's 6 p.m. already. It's 3:30, 4 o'clock. The kids are already home from school. What? Time is going to be boogieing, especially come 2025, but in general. So be prepared. But what is Saturn squaring Mercury and Gemini, letting you know that you need to make sure your communication is looking within to set healthy boundaries and spiritual discipline and rituals and your routines. And if for a Capricorn rising, this Pisces, Saturn, Neptune will be in the 3rd house of what? Social media, friends, siblings, communications, your local community. You better have a spiritual practice. It's more than just ringing the alarms and bells. What have you been waiting for? What needs to rattle and shake your cage that hasn't already happened in the last 3 years? Your life should be flipped and turned upside down. There is no normal and there is no going back to the old systems and structures. It's dead. Pay attention, wake up. The solar flares, you can look at it and research it yourself on NASA's website, are at the highest levels they've ever been in recorded history. This affects the human residents of the earth. It affects our cells, our DNA. We are changing. The planet is changing, rearranging. I've told you, come follow me on Instagram, IG, Biggie Astrology. I told you it's go time. It's no time for joke. Don't put poison and toxins in your body. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Mercury in your hands. You don't know what's healthy? Ask somebody. You better ask somebody. It's very simple. It's very specific. Gemini New Moon. I was born in September, but I was ready in June. Yeah, man. So, okay, you see this, right? We're rocking with the Pluto on the ascendant and the part of fortune. So you can watch my Pluto first house video, my Pluto house series. That and True Black Moon Love are really popular. Watch the full one, because the first one I uploaded, it was only 9 minutes, and the real video for True Black Moon Love was like over 20 minutes. They're both got over 1,000 views, so I am glad people have been watching it. I really appreciate it. I went all in on my Pluto and Lilith series, so really watch them through the houses so you can understand the energy. And you definitely want to watch for this chart, Black Moon Lilith in the 8th house. That's some deep stuff, yo. You better watch that, I'm telling you. You don't play around with that, my friend. So what happens with Pluto? It's a very powerful magnetic energy, but at this critical degree, woo, man. Let me tell you something about this 26 degrees. The end of the air sign, the lunar mansion, right? And it's like in Vedic, the nakshatras, this is a Jupiter-based energy. So this is the observer teacher, not the leader, but the one that's with the group, but outside of the group, and then dropping jewels and little bits of knowledge, wisdom, their beliefs and philosophies, right? The end of the air sign, lunar mansion, is in Gemini, is rocking with Jupiter. And I think the early degrees goes to, it's every 13 and a third, goes to the Mars in the middle of the North Node. I think this 11 goes to the North Node. That's Mercury. So, but you see Juno's here too. So there's almost like this I am energy, ego, vitality, your self-expression, your authority is married to service with your skills, your words, communications, and your hands. For every woman and man, you need to really have a plan. All of your cash, you should wrap in a rubber band, my man, and purchase gold. The currency will fold. We don't want to be enslaved by the digital currency, so we need to act boldly. Listen to the E. I'm dropping some futuristic information on you. See? Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of in a funny, silly, happy mood today. So even this Chiron in the 5th house, right? This is still dealing with our homes and our childhood wounds that we still need to heal at this time. So the Gemini Sun Moon around Father's Day, there might need to be some serious conversations that you guys need to have with your daddies. Yo, Pops, you was a little rough around the edges with Mom Dukes and the kids at home. I love you. Happy Father's Day. And I forgive you, because forgiveness is a gift to yourself. But we also, astrology is no victimhood. We signed up for this. We signed up for our parents. But understand, we need to forgive them, because you need to look at your parents' chart. You look at your parents' charts, it will humble you, and you won't be so judgmental of them, because we're all human beings trying to do the best that we can with what we got. You see their chart, you may be like, whoa, grandma and grandpa were wild to dad. Dad was abused. Dad got Lilith in the 12th house. He got Lilith in the 4th house. They were rejecting him at home, and Daddy got punched in the stomach by Dad when he didn't bring in the newspaper Sunday morning. You have to have grace and mercy and compassion for your parents and yourselves. Do you understand me? Okay. When you've got the part of fortune here, this is not just talking about the government. This spiritual and financial blessings are for us as a collective, for the individual. When you're looking at a chart for this whole energy, remember America's chart is the Sag rising. So then you would move these placements, according to that, if you're just looking from the lens of America. And the same thing with this chart, you can, wrap it up on your chart, right? So like my Capricorn is in the third house. So that means this chart, this Pluto part of fortune would be in my third house. So you guys look to see where your Capricorn is, just like your Gemini. Mine's in the eighth house. Does that make sense? So, when you're even thinking about the local community and the spiritual discipline and having boundaries and compassion and empathy for your siblings, cousins, the adult relationship with your mother, right? Even on social media, the discipline of Saturn, when you respond to your abilities, it actually helps you with your spiritual growth, your creativity, and your imagination. Saturn wants it's the great malefic, right? The sun is in below the ascendant and descendant. So this is a night chart. So that makes Saturn the greater malefic and Venus in the eighth house in Leo, the greater benefic. So this is getting some money, right? From Lisa Brady. This could be literally, right? You getting that dough, right? Can you see in the chat if anybody has any questions looking at the chart? You bring it up, you need my phone?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you guys have any questions about this chart? But so this is exactly what I'm talking about here. The eighth house is sudden events. This is the IRS, debt, taxes, other people's money. So through our service and hand skills and communications, right, we can receive money from other people, from the government, inheritance, right? Don't release any Kim Kardashian sex tapes because she got Mars, Venus, and true black moon Lilith here. Okay? So, but
a lot of people are saying what they're from. Lisa said, hello, fair poet, Tampa, Florida here.
Okay, Tampa.
Mo Campbell said, hello from Brooklyn.
What up, Brooklyn? I'm from uptown, baby. Uptown, baby.
Bukola said from Nigeria.
Oh, who said that?
Bukolia.
What up, Bukolia from Nigeria? I got family and friends. My homie, my boy, Opaku, Bayo Upaku. All right, from Nigeria. And I got friends from Ghana. Ohani Frempong. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Thank you for watching. I don't know, is that a man or a woman?
I think it's a woman.
Okay, you want to share your sun, moon, and rising? What's the name again?
Bukola.
Bukola. Okay, welcome. I don't think I've met you before. Thank you. I don't think I've done anybody from Nigeria's birth chart. So listen, all you new people, please look on my website, check out my services. I go all in when I break down your chart. We can meet live over Zoom. I do audio charts for only $75, all types of stuff. But you want the Virgo, Scorpio, Cap, Moon, break it down your birth chart for you. All right? I give you tenfold, right? So, but I want you guys to see. So this also might be a time where you're out about and you guys are trying some spicy foods. Now, listen, don't be getting your father crazy spicy stuff for Father's Day and making his stomach and bowels irritable. Don't do that because this is ninth house, foreign lands, foreign foods, Virgo. You could be jacking up your father's stomach. This is your father's teachings. Your dad told you, don't be giving me no crazy food to irritate my stomach. That's Ceres, the goddess of harvest, right? So I'm going to let my wife and kids know, don't be jacking up daddy's stomach. I'll just keep it simple and plain for Father's Day because I seen the birth chart. And Biggie Astrology broke down the birth chizzy for me. But this is a nice time for us to understand that, yes, we still have to honor Saturn and Pisces. Yes, we still need to release and purge this Scorpio 11th house South Node energy. Okay? But understand, even with the midheaven being here, the focus, that's actually really interesting because there's going to be potentially some medical and financial truths that could be released over the internet. Gemini Moon, Mercury, sixth house, could be dealing with your lungs. I'm just saying. If you know, you know. So What else is really interesting here? Well, I think for us as a society, when you've got the sun and the moon in a square to Neptune, there's opportunities for growth, but there could be disagreement about things that we're seeing on the television, being deceived in our local communities about our external and internal mind and expression, our communications, deception about what we think. Questions about what we are communicating about over the social media. Neptune, third house. Neptune is film photography, addiction, chemicals, fog. There's an illusion. Listen, we know what's been going on. Northeast, Canada. Takes you 5 minutes to research and you'll see it's not what they're telling you. Always look with this third eye. These two will lie to you. And this is why I talk to you about honoring Saturn while it's in Pisces for this 2.5 years. Till think February 2026. The spiritual discipline of at least meditating 15 to 30 minutes a day will help you to see with your third eye past the fog and the illusion and delusion and deception. Gemini, Mercury, Moon, and Sun. What does it all mean? You may not have the answers, but Gemini knows how to ask the questions and to get input from many different sources, the exchange of thoughts and ideas, because you can't afford to be comfortable. At this point in time, nobody should be comfortable. Because when you are uncomfortable and willing to grow and change, that's when God comes in to perform the greatest blessings in your life. Lilith, Mars in the 8th house is not an accident for this chart. And North Node Jupiter still within a conjunction in the 5th house. Uranus. Getting closer to a sextile to Neptune. Astral traveling. Visions and downloads when you meditate to give you insight and revelation about ancient history, past life karmas, about how to awaken to guide your children properly, vibrating from your heart chakra. Remember what I said earlier? Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are all going to be going retrograde this summer. This is to slow us down before the hurry up and wait energy. The human design prophecy, we're going to vibrate from the heart chakra in 2027. Now, we may have to crawl to get there because it's going to get hot before then. But things will get better. Remember the Pluto, Aquarius, Uranus, Gemini is when we had the American Revolution. What's going on in the chat? Any comments or questions? Any thoughts, you guys, on this chart? One thing you also have to remember.
Oh, Constance said sent you cash out for reading too.
Oh, okay. All right, Constance. I got you. We will schedule it up, and I'm excited to work with you. Now, I do have a questionnaire. I'll be emailing it to you, and I'll find out what service you wanted to book or what you booked. But you guys, I'm telling you, this is the map of your life. They know astrology. They know tarot. They know human design. They know numerology. The problem is, if the regular human being in society doesn't know it, it's still affecting you. You can deny it. I don't care if you're Jewish, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. Astrology is still real. I got plenty of friends that, they don't want to hear about me talking about astrology. But it affects the world and the collective. As above, so down below. Check the flow. You know how I go in, trying to elevate you so you could win and avoid all the sin from the hairs of my chinny chin as I grin. Anybody else? We're going to go, get off the chart soon, but I just wanted to show it to you guys. But also understand that this 29th degree, I think it is fascinating that it's in a conjunction to the part of fortune, just for this chart, because it's speaking to the new moon. So what can you initiate through your transformation, through transmuting the first house, your I am energy, your physical appearance, your outer mask, that magnetic energy of Pluto, cardinal earth sign? What can you initiate to make that dough, to be uncomfortable so you can change and grow? It's dealing with your words, hands, communication skills in service to humanity. At work, you may hate your job, but be the best server at a restaurant. Be the best HR at your job. Be the best personal assistant. Be the best truck driver, train driver, bus driver, stewardess, doctor, nurse. Right? What the old folks used to say, you're going to dig a grave, put your name on it. Dig the best grave you can. Mars, Venus, Lilith, somebody's digging graves. And unfortunately, it's from too many people who have passed away dealing with issues with their lungs in the last few years. And all of that surrounded around all that. I know. I was almost there. I'm a walking miracle talking to you guys. Anybody else in the chat? Anything else? And then we're going to come back and get ready to wrap it up. But, I think what is really important, you guys, is to understand, too, this is the constant flow. 26 is 8.
Yeah.
Infinity. Yes.
In the chat, Lisa said, "Well, like the fog, the fog in." Yep. Look it up.
Oh, you're talking about, Canada and the Northeast. Yeah.
And Bear Poet said Neptune third house. He was accurate.
Yeah, Neptune third house. But let me tell you something. I really feel that Neptune third house, it makes you not a linear thinker. This is about the imagination and creativity, music, learning with headphones, pictures and concepts. Right now, that is really, speaking about how we can share the spiritual knowledge, compassion, and empathy over social media. Don't let AI use you. You learn how to work with and benefit from using the AI. It's not going anywhere. I know you guys, if we could all talk face to face, I know you see what's going on. And just so you know, we're in war. I don't know if anybody's told you, but we're in war. It's spiritual warfare. We're in war times. And I'm not ringing any alarms for fear because there's nothing to fear. Be bold, brave, courageous. Mars in the 8th house. Be the spiritual warrior in the thin veil between death and rebirth in the spiritual realms. You got a war for the 5D. You got a war to leave and ascend past the 3D to go to the 4 and 5D. You got a war to clean up and heal your subconscious mind, to heal your inner child, to become the best version of yourself. We don't have time for holding on to childhood dramas and victimhood. We don't have time for negative self-talk and lack of self-love. All of you, you're amazing. You're dope. You got to say it to yourself. You got to claim it. You got to vibrate from your heart, from your love chakra with complete gratitude every single day, maniacal, intentional. Grace, mercy, and compassion. God is good. Get into your root chakra to the Black Moon Lilith. Understand, hey, pick up a book, listen to an Audible, watch podcasts on YouTube, Rumble, wherever you got to go, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. There is more information. Now, listen, you need spiritual discernment. There's a lot of fake this and fake that and da-da-da-da. But trust your intuition and your instincts. You've got the ability of discernment and revelation if you are still in quiet to really see what is not for you and to see what is for you. But your only freedom is to question everything. You go ahead and letting them spoon feed you what they want to, and you just, you're like, oh, this baby food applesauce with chlorine, fluoride, and formaldehyde and asbestos in it is really good for me. Get out of here with that. And you better freaking scrub your fruits and vegetables, organic or not, in vinegar, baking soda, clean it up. That's what I'm telling you. We're in war. But set new intentions. Try writing 369 3 times your positive intentions in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. Set the intention for your highest and greatest good before you go to bed at night. You control the astral realm, the subconscious mind, your dreams. Keep a dream book. Put in the work. You got to. I'm begging you. You raise the frequency of the collective. We just need 800,000 strong energetically. We have a lot of power, you guys. All right, come on, let's come over here and let's get back to the chat. We're going to wrap it up. Any last questions or comments? But you guys, I really, let's see, go ahead, just get to the comments. Okay. I want you to understand how important it is to just know how powerful you really are. Okay? You are dope. You are amazing. But you got to claim it, speak it, see it, believe it, visualize it, visualization.
Okay.
All right.
LL said, the reading you gave me was mind-blowing. Best investment I ever made myself so far. Well, trust.
Who said that? LL?
Yeah.
Who's LL? Who are you, LL?
Keep the word.
Did you reading?
Sun, Gemini
Wait. Who's saying this?
LL
LL has what?
has Taurus Sun, Gemini Moon, and Rising.
Oh, okay. I'm still drawing a blank. But I thank you. That means a lot. And it's always my honor and pleasure. But understand, Gemini Moon and Rising, right? You're gifted. And all of us are gifted, and you just have to see in the birth chart where your gifts and skills are. 12th house, Taurus there, your hidden talents, right? The chef, the throat chakra, handling the money, being grounded and connecting into your physical body. Whatever your 12th house is, those are some of your hidden talents. I just want you guys to all really know it, right? I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. It's a miracle that you were born. Look at the odds, the percentages that you made it to the finish line. So walk in the victory. Put the wrestling, my man just RIP, the Iron Sheik, put the wrestling belt over your shoulder and the medals and walk in victory. Right? You're 2 feet on the earth. Since birth, increase your self-worth. Rock and roll on this turf. You're taller than a Smurf. But please know, I can help you unlock this ancient wisdom so you can get the revelation and know how amazing and powerful you are. And it's not smoke and a lie. And trust me, I'm a Scorpio rising, Virgo, Stellium, and Sun, and Cap Moon. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you where you got to work on some stuff, where you ain't up to snuff or deficient, where you have challenges, but you have the gift of free will. So you can always improve. You can always heal. You can always cleanse. You can always purge. You can always purify. Okay? There are no accidents. No accidents. Not even for you guys to be here tonight and get this message. Enjoy. Happy Father's Day. I'll be back on Friday with Miss Elena from Searchlight Tarot. It's going to be a bigly show. So come with your relationship questions, right? From tarot to astrology. Okay? And it's 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have a good time. And get ready for Coffee Talk next Saturday and Father's Day next Sunday. Please honor your fathers. Honor families. There is attack on families, on love, on marriage. And we can't have that. We need strong families, and we need strong men who are leaders but have love. Knowledge is love. And that's what I share with you guys here. Okay? If you love someone, you keep them in the know. They should never have to guess, assume, or believe, because they can do all that wrong. You love them, you keep them in the know. Knowledge is love. Episode 140, Gemini New Moon, Sunday, 12:36 a.m. Eastern. Happy Father's Day, and the Denver Nuggets are going to win tomorrow night to be the NBA champions. All right, Biggie Astrology. Go watch my Neptune and Gemini video, 2052 to 2065. It's pretty cool. Next up will be Gemini and Cancer. Neptune and Cancer. All right, see you Friday. Knowledge is love.
Bye.
Peace.